Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Strategic Command World War I. And this is the Schlieffen Plan version, the West Front first version of the game. And yes, we're doing very, very well indeed. Now, just a bit of a strategic analysis here. We are about ready to take Algiers. Well, in fact, let's see about taking Algiers. Arab revolt. I don't know if there's a good, we could march all the way back and try to take Rabat, which, looking at this now, if that's unguarded, that would have been a good thing, to march that way and then march this way. Tunis? Maybe that's just causing more problems for France, but this tells me we may do some reconnaissance. Okay. First, let's max this out. We may do some reconnaissance to see what things are like deeper in here, but we may or may not. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And over down here, now this can be described as a Gallipoli-like thing here. God, I sometimes wonder how I should treat you, because you're not all World War II enthusiasts. World War I enthusiasts. But Gallipoli was, and I really hope these things are educational so that people can learn stuff from them. Gallipoli was done, sort of expanding this talk. The British sailed up. Was it just one cruiser or something up here through the Dardanelles, shelled a few things and then sailed away, or maybe it was a small, squad or a squadron, not like a fleet or anything, but I forget. See, I'm not a World War I expert either, but they did that, and then the Turks go, oh shit, we got to do something about this. They can come into the Sea of Marmara, or however you pronounce it, up here. And this is the Bosphorus up here. This is the Dardanelles. This is the Bosphorus and the Sea of Marmara. Oh shit! And so the British made the biggest mistake in the whole Gallipoli campaign was that first serious fleet coming up in there, because then the Turks reacted to it. But had they just did the invasion, not blind, but with just minimum sort of reconnaissance, sort of stealthy. I'm not sure if I think it's an actual event that happened, that was somewhat fictionalized or something, but maybe it's entirely fictitious. No, but I think it's an actual event happened. I've read, it's been some years now, and I really like good historical fiction covers history that just maybe add a few viewpoint characters and whatnot into it. Then when I quit reading some actually rather fun to read series, once they're making up new islands out in the Caribbean with rebellious governors from the British Crown or whatever, and go, I'm not reading this anymore. This is just weird adventure fiction or something like that. It's not historical fiction, but I like to learn a lot through historical fiction, and good historical fiction is not only well written but presents history well. And it covered a British submarines passage and the difficulties passage, and I think it was the general account was taken from an actual. I don't know if it was a successful attempt to get all the way through the Dardanelles in a submarine, but they could have done some, minimum reconnaissance like that without totally freaking out the Turks and having them reinforce it. I think, if I remember, there was, before the British got there was Turkish forces in the area. I don't know if the second major flaw on the Dardanelles campaign, the Gallipoli campaign, or whatever you want to call it, was a lack of immediate, vigorous assaults against the Turkish positions, if that really was. Now, definitely another major problem with the Gallipoli campaign is they didn't abandon it nearly soon enough once they found that it not working. Well, here, we're just sitting here. They've attacked us. We've messed them up a bit. We're just sitting here. It's tying up troops. It's not meant to be, a blow of conquest. So, yeah. But yeah, we've got a corps, which this corps wasn't at full strength, I don't believe, but was given by events. Now, Turkey had to pay the MPP in this game. Boy, partially I think it's because of either copyright or trademark or whatever. Oh, you stole our, high seas or resource points or whatever terminology. So they just got to come up with new terminology. Part of it may be other things. But yeah, if I were to attack there, I'd just weaken here, and it's just nothing that I want to do. But we really want to bring down Greece, and we want to deal with the Arab revolt out there. So let's see what we can do. I think now this is what we want to do. And no, we can't dig in. Okay, damn. You can get across. Yeah, you come here to cross next time. You still can't get to that spot. Maybe we should bring some air power down. I don't know. Okay, we had a Turkish, or not Turkish, boy. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we had a Serbian revolt here. You moved in just to make sure you're occupying that. Okay, well, it looks like they can make it to there, so. Oh, yeah, well, actually, we're going to use these maritime bombers as reconnaissance here, I think, shortly. Okay. We see the dreadnought there. Okay, that's good. So we're hopefully disrupting supplies moving back and forth. Do we have a Turkish submarine? No, it doesn't look like. I was wondering if we could do that with a submarine. Yeah, I really like this game. But this is the thing that I dislike the most about it, is the stacking limitations. I totally get the idea that you don't want some big super doom stack just moving around or defending something impossibly difficult. But I would just what I would do is increase, not unlimited, not for that, but even maybe 2 cores in one place, but make it so that only the core in the best shape, whatever that may be at the time of the attack, gets to fight, and then the rest of the core, or that, and then other supporting type units that may be in the same hex as the other 2 cores, things like artillery in this game, or aircraft or whatever, they just don't get counted in any combat and have to retreat if they lose. So they're just there. They're not able to get up on the front. Okay, well, we have a rainy situation, which means the aircraft doesn't work in this game. So we're going to take advantage of that. We have what is it? Yes, 7 artillery shells. So we're going to lower his morale considerably. Maybe a little more. Oh, that actually took him down one. Okay. Okay. Now. And they shattered. Okay, good. That worked. That worked very well, actually. Almost too well. We probably didn't need all that artillery firing. Now. I think we can take that down. I'm sure we can take that down. Our attrition strategy has worked. Okay. Even though they may or may not have the national manpower or the MPPs to well, yeah. This will just assure its destruction. Good. Okay. We want to swap them out to have them put the boot in, as it were. But just also there's the calendar, if you will, of when you purchase a unit to when it's trained versus the sort of insta heal. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to close it. Oh, what did I just do? I spent a lot of MPP on it. Oh well, I'll let that stand. Oh man, okay, well, here we have this guy here, but we have that there. And we have, and I was asked the other day by Nagaro about recon bombers. Well, suppose, and I sort of explained it, and this is how it was explained to me, and I do believe the stats change as you improve, just reinforce, as you improve the thing, as you improve their technology, improve the technology. Is it the idea that it is not like a, let's see, in this game here, if we do it without purchasing stuff, we have ground attack bombers as well as recon bombers. And then there's heavy bombers, which really are set up just to do strategic bombing, might hurt infantry in the in there, but not likely. With these are, which we can't build yet, I don't think. Well, maybe we have some, I don't know. But reconnaissance bombers are meant to go before an attack, including an artillery attack, and it's sort of like photo reconnaissance, because you can see some of the photo reconnaissance photos from World War I that you can clearly see the outlines of the trenches where the artillery emplacements are and all that kind of thing. And artillery emplacements aren't easily, in World War I terms, able to shift fast. I'm not saying, now some of them are, moderately light guns. Things that would have, before the war and after the war, be called field artillery. And to be in the field artillery, if you like the song Hi, Hi, Ho, and the field artillery we go, or whatever the hell. Field artillery is meant to be a mobile artillery piece. It's not siege artillery, or heavy artillery, or whatever you'd want to call it. It's meant to go out in the battlefield and move around. Yeah, that's quite true, and it is. And so you could move it if they entrench it correctly, right? And they're just starting maybe with some tractors to move guns around, but mostly, of course, horses to move them. And you could maybe move the guns fairly quickly. But the problem is, especially in World War I terms, it's not just that they're dug in with all their ammo and all the other support equipment to dealing with, including, and they're also, the guns are sort of registered, meaning when they want to hit someplace, they've sort of fired test shells around, including at the enemy's position, and so they know, and they have an observer observe, fire around, okay, and see where that, okay, we're a little short, little long, little whatever, and so if you move the guns, you now have to sort of reconfigure this to some degree. And I mean, they are using artillery tables, which is you use this charge, put the gun at this angle, sort of all the math, or much of the math, is pre-done for you, so you just have to figure out where you want to shoot, look it up, okay, this is where we want to shoot, this is the settings that we need to do. They are doing that, absolutely, they're doing that, and that does help if you just bring a gun to a new position and you're sort of out there. But range finding and all that stuff isn't all that precise, and it's maybe getting there in this technology. It isn't obviously to where it is in World War One, but it's getting there. And so the field art, even if you got field artillery, if you know where to bomb, or shell it, you the positions, at least generally where they are, because they are trying to camouflage them, and they may be hard to see from the ground. You can target them much better. Think of the, whether it's the company commanders or the platoon sergeants or whatever, if they get a photo of what the enemy's trench line looks like, and they go, okay, this squad, you go take that position, this squad, you go take this position, as they point them out on the, the photo, they can get pretty damn precise. Okay, so that's sort of what recon bombing does, and that, okay, this is, recon bomber as opposed to a ground attack. Okay, but I don't think we're going to do recon bombing of this. I don't know if we're going to do any of that, partially because we've just upgraded or reinforced our fighters, so we won't get escorts, and we may have higher losses because of that, and I don't think they're needed. Boom. Okay, with a minor loss there, and they get taken out. Okay. These guys can dig in. Yes, dig in. So they're dug in now. That's good. That's very good. So, because that was the problem before, they weren't dug in. Now here we could, though we only have 2 shells, start bombarding that to take that. But again, we're going to go with our attrition tactics. I'm just looking at what they're entrenched. They're not. Okay, how many shells do you have? 2. Okay, we're going to save a few men's lives. Oh, okay. Okay, they didn't die all out. Well, we have solutions for that. Okay. Again, let's try to save a few men's lives. Okay, we'll risk it. Damn, that was not the outcome I was hoping for. There we go. Move you up. Well, that at least get some casualties there. Yeah, okay, never mind. That was not the best choice. Not the worst, but not the best. Okay, well, what we're going to do to sort of offset that loss, now we will purchase another to replace it, of course, but we will hurry along. Maybe a couple of core from the Eastern Front. Yes, we're picking fully reinforced cores. Again, and I have to go back and look it up. Is it 12? I don't know. Core we need to keep within however many of the. So I think with most of these we're good. Here. And I mentioned sort of encirclements in this game is maybe either encircling here or encircling here, which does look like a more likely possibility. I just don't know if we can move fast enough to encircle. Maybe the AI is stupid enough that we could do so. But again, it goes back to the stacking limitations in this game. I don't know if I could get something like 2 or 3 core of horses, cavalry, stacked close enough. If I could stack them back here where make them, a non-fighting overstacked, but become because entanglement might be the term, or other military units in the sort of modern era really like to have, and this is what actually sort of works with sort of war games tables, or other limited battlefields, is a serious friction, unit conflict, unit friction, serious limitations to where they can move. And the reason they like that is not so much that it limits them, but it's also limiting the other unit from coming into your area, blundering into your area. So whether, like, if you're a battalion, you're given a frontage, from here to here on the map kind of thing, don't go outside of it. If there's a problem that's you're being attacked from outside of it, talk to regimental, talk to brigade or whatever higher than the battalion HQ, because if you order your artillery that's assigned to your battalion or whatever to shoot at that other position outside of your zone of operations, maybe there's your friendly troops are about ready to go take that artillery piece to rush it, so you end up dropping artillery rounds on your own people. That's sort of maybe some of the worst case, but it's that kind of a thing, is unit confliction. You also just literal traffic jams of moving stuff around, and so at some point this becomes counterproductive. Counterproductive, and I do get also counter management, literally, having a stack of things here to manage. But but obviously within one of these hexes, you could easily have 3 or 4 core there in it just fine, even supply it, especially along a rail line, because we can see, if you zoom into a scale of the Napoleonic Wars, where divisions are starting to happen, you definitely have, Battle of Austerlitz or something else, easily, I don't know, but 3, 5 core or more per side, even though they may not be calling them that, or as a defined, might have so-and-so's core, but not necessarily like we would think of a modern core. But so easily, they can all fit there. But I can readily see the idea of, in the World War I setting, you get too much unit conflict, friction between units. So yeah. Now what we have to do here is should do. So yeah, I guess that's. Even with that stupid blunder of purchasing the extra field marshal, or whatever you want to call him, extra HQ counter. We still have plenty of... Yeah, I think we'll move you up to Germany because we're eventually going to maybe move you down here. Okay, that was mostly just done as a reconnaissance situation. So it would look like that is free from... And I mean, I don't know what's down here in Brindisi, but we definitely want to see about getting a port. Okay, well, fortunately we just had to shift a bunch of our forces up north to deal with that. And yeah, we're going to move you back. Well, okay, I'm actually going to save this just because I'm not entirely familiar with how the naval situation is going to work. Yes, 62. Okay, yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be, that we were going to be just, if you will, stuck. Hopefully we'll have the range, because there's longer range, and I think this is, we'll get enough there to land these units next turn. We'll sort of protect them. From being bumped into and then slaughtered by whatever Italian naval forces may still be in the area. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's come down here. These guys are taking attrition losses, but looks like we can do a little bit of damage to them. Good. Okay, well. Okay, we're going to leave at least one down there to one unit to cover that. Okay, one, none, two. We're going to go with the two first. So it means maybe one of these will hit a little harder. Maybe now they can get one. Nope. Okay, looks like they get to hold out for another turn there. I'm gonna keep moving some of these down just in case there's Arab revolts down there. You're not letting me recon out here, are you? Hmm. Well, that sucks. Can't even recon bomb the port. We could put lamp sea mines, but no. Hmm. Okay. I don't even know if we want to risk our navy right now. But what I think we want to do is... Oh, what's our current? Yeah, we have enough. And we're going to put you, and you can't go on ships because why? Next to a port. Don't know why they can't. Let's see, could we? No. Maybe because they're just not the Marines? Don't know. No, they're not close enough to a port, I think. Okay, maybe next turn we'll be able to put the German Marines on. So we'll go after Cyprus. Okay, well, let's... For units that need reinforcing here. Oh, all this mess. Okay, you come down to here. I think that was sort of the plan with you. Mm. Well, just I want to take that to clean that up. We're going to definitely leave the detachment here to as occupation troops is seeing what we're dealing with up there. Well, I don't know. Artillery, if we have enough shells for the gun, can definitely, and there should be some artillery back here, at least there was before. Could be enough to change this, but I don't think we need to push our way through here. I think, especially once we get here, I think maybe a naval invasion, it may be in order. So we'll have a lot of forces. Still don't know what to do with the Bulgarians, though. Maybe just punishers of the Balkans, I don't know, or maybe Get them to come into Italy. Okay, purchasing. Well, Germany's already purchased what it's going to purchase. Austria. Just don't. Well, Germany could. Yeah, one cheap core. Because we lost the core, so we'll take that. We're going to save our. There, I think maxed out on their research, and I think. I don't know, they might be able to research some more. I think we've used up enough of our points and enough of our points, so. Well, Austria hasn't. Can we put on armor? No. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. And then, of course, there's tank development. Okay, and I said I wasn't going to do that for Austria, but it just looks like we have the points. In the time. I don't know if this is going to get to 1918. We're getting awfully close to Paris, and oh, did we? Oh, good. Yeah. Kill that. No, it's definitely the plan. Take that out. Okay, so they've lost what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 core. We lost 1. Those are pretty good exchanges. Okay, let's see how they react to all of this. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, nobody here? Wow, I guess they've shifted their blockade or something? I thought we were going to face a whole bunch of ships sitting on this blockade. And they come through. Okay, well that worked out well. Yeah. Okay, no, we're not, because of things we're not going to spend on the German battle fleet right now. Okay, at least we remembered to do that. Yep, this core, it was before. Okay, disaffected German soldiers spark Bolshevik ideas in Germany. French morale falls due to loss of Algiers. Central powers liberate Algeria. Yep, blockade Scotland, blockade North Sea. Scientists report anti-submarine warfare progress, very good for Austria. Infantry warfare level 1, very good. Progress for Austria on amphibious warfare, good. Scientists progress on amphibious warfare, good. That might help with all the things. Okay, very good. They're again still falling into my trap. I wonder how a player would have handled this by now. And yes, I know some of you said playing the AI teaches you bad habits, and I won't disagree with that. But unfortunately, now, obviously I'm sort of playing this slowly for you all because the reason I'm doing it slowly is I don't want to just make 20 episodes or something and then put them up and pretend that you can give feedback and tips or whatever. No, I really do want those, but I have to make, just because of the way YouTube's been working recently, for any strategic command, I have to make 3 or 4 episodes at once. 2 or 3 episodes at once, I should say. I don't think I've ever done 4. because I do want your interaction as I go through and develop all of, play all this stuff. Did I forget to reinforce him? Or was he just always... I think I forgot to reinforce. Hopefully his entrenchment level will save him, but if not, okay. We've been having such a run of good luck. Yeah, that doesn't... He doesn't look long. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he didn't entrench because I couldn't. I specifically remember looking at trying to do that. Okay, light cruiser bumps into our battleship. Pre-dreadnought battleship, but yeah, still. And they bump into our submarines there, looks like, for their detriment. No. Light cruiser into our... That's an Italian light cruiser, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell is it doing up in the North Sea? DDs? At least those can sort of handle or meant to handle. Okay. They bumped into that. They bumped into that. I may have noticed, wow, there we go. That's a big loss. I may have noticed us coming out of port and then go, oh, we need to go sink all those vessels. Yeah, Norway's complaining of merchant attacks. Conscription leads to unrest in the Midlands. Okay, exceptionally successful French ace Rene Fonck gains first confirmed kill over the Western Front. Yeah, we lost a dreadnought and a core. Okay, well they lost 1611 MPP. And we have some more units. Okay. Anti-air unit. Well, guess we'll stick him down there. Artillery. He's going to show up down here. Okay, but putting him on there. Austria. Anti-air artillery. Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll stick maybe down there. Ottoman artillery. Very good. Let's put you on the railway. And maritime bombers. That's what these were. Maybe they are. Yeah, I guess they're... Okay, we're gonna save this. Let's look around a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna play the turnout this episode, but... Okay, well last we saw, though they could have left, that there were 2 vessels down here. Since we saved this, I'm going to do reconnaissance, yes. Well, that was pretty heavy casualties. Okay, well, this is just all. This is actually because I will commit to. No, I'm not going to play this out. But battle cruiser. How will our dreadnoughts do against the battle cruiser? Fairly damn well. Okay, that achieved the goal. You come back to port. You come down to here. Okay, I will replay this. That was just a test. to see how that went. May not go the same next time, but yeah. Losing the battleship is worth gaining a foothold on the heel of Italy with a port or some level of supply. Okay, well, you know the drill. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, post comments. You don't know how important it is if you just post a comment, and even of greater importance if you actually do share it. And if you do share it, because sometimes I get like a bunch of views from like Reddit or something, but I can't follow it back to find out just who or what posted there. You can even post, hey, I shared this on Reddit somewhere or something, and give the link. I would appreciate if you do something like that. But those are also useful if you do that kind of stuff. So thank you, whoever who shares any of these videos anywhere. Thanks so much. See you next time for more historical wargaming.